When he first arrived in the fall of 1973, he was called a chicken Swede. Apparently, manhood and courage and playing hockey very well had never connected in Sweden. Little did they know, because when he departed, so many years later, they called him King. Meet the trailblazer, Borje Salming. He wasn't the first European to play in the NHL, but he was among the best, and he inspired generations of Swedish hockey players after him. Some say Salming is the reason the Swedes have turned out so many great defensemen over the years. He was an idol. The Leafs actually stumbled across him, the 22-year-old catching the eye of a scout who was in Sweden to check out Inga Hammarström. Ironically, it was Salming's refusal to back down as much as his splendid play that was noticed. So, in a move considered almost unthinkable at the time, the Leafs signed the two of them. And while Hammarström had a respectable NHL career, Salming was a game changer. Unlike many North American players at the time, Salming was a physical specimen, in great shape and a quicker skater than he appeared, fearless in blocking shots and taking abuse. He shone from the beginning. In his first game, a win over the Buffalo Sabres, he was named one of the 3 stars but had no idea about the post-game ritual. An usher had to stop him from returning to the dressing room and push him on the ice for the curtain call. It would be the first of many. The Leafs owner was just out of jail at the time, so there was never a dull moment. But the big Swede quickly became a favorite of the fans and Harold Ballard, and he helped to lead the Leafs to respectability. Everything Salming brought made him a star and a leader on the back end. But with all of that came the challenges. Back in the day, as the Leafs got better in the mid-70s and were making regular playoff appearances, they were playing tough teams. Salming was a target, but stood up to every challenge. Chicken Swede? Not so much. Over the years, he would often be an all-star. Twice was runner-up for the Norris Trophy, mentioned in the same sentence as the likes of Robinson, Potvin, and Park. Yes, he had a few stumbles off the ice along the way, usually when the team was struggling. He also had the gruesome injury in 1986 when he suffered a 200-stitch cut from a stray skate blade. But he always battled back, and at one point was offered the captaincy, but turned it down. Years later, he made sure Matt Sundin didn't make the same mistake. After 16 seasons with the Leafs, he left as the team leader in assists and goals by a defenseman, 4th in points, the first European to play in 1,000 NHL games. When he retired a year later, he was the highest scoring Swede ever, a pioneer of sorts for his countrymen, and one of the greatest Leafs defensemen ever.